Zionism was always imperialist and expansionist, eliminationist, wanted to eliminate the natives, tried to do that in the Nakba, are trying to do it again now, as we see, not just in Gaza, but also in the West Bank and in South Lebanon. So it's always been imperialist. And people used to say, again, that was a conspiracy theory and all that stuff. The stuff about Greater Israel wasn't true. But it's perfectly clear that it was true. It's in all the documents going back that they wanted a Greater Israel. Now, the Greater Israel, of course, that they conceived of then, although there are different definitions, included, part of Egypt, all of Palestine, all of Jordan, all of Lebanon, most of Syria, half of Iraq, part of Turkey. So it's a really large area, half of Saudi Arabia as well, let's remember. But that kind of imperialist expansion, which would see them as the kind of dominant power in West Asia if they had all of that territory, is not the limits of their ambitions. We know, of course, that they've been involved in infiltration of the US for many, many years. Infiltration by the Zionists has been underway for a long, long time, including, let's remember, before the creation of the State of Israel, by Jewish supremacists, most of whom were Zionists. And so I've written about this recently. So you look, for example, at the early activities of the head of counterintelligence of the CIA, James Jesus Angleton, who was responsible in the CIA for liaison with the Shin Bet and the Mossad. That's the internal and external Zionist intelligence services. And that process of infiltrating, penetrating, and colonizing the security establishment of the US has been one of the greatest successes. Became apparent that that was what was happening when they were able to get the Bush administration to illegally invade and occupy Iraq. And of course, most recently, we've got this new legislation, which is about merging, it said, the militaries of the Zionist colony with the US. But of course, it's not really a merger, is it? Because it's about allowing the Zionists access to the US military and the use of the US military, but it doesn't allow a similar process for the US military to access and use Israeli military assets. So that's an indication of that actually the US is effectively becoming, or has become, an asset, a proxy of the Zionist entity itself.